name and why I didn't put it. Okay. So here it is, guys. We start with the backup. So first of all, what is this? If anybody want this document, also will send. Okay. Dot watch videos. So what is our last class? We discuss is about the storage up to storage part only, and it is almost like it took a lot of time to complete. Okay, so then we'll go into new version, that is backup. So backup fundamentals, storage fundamentals, backup fundamentals. So storage is one of the very important concept, like how to store a data, how to maintain the storage data. Okay, how to maintain the different type of storages like a SAN, NAS kind of storages. So storage is on one hand, another hand is backup. Why backup is required? Why backup is required? Backup is, okay, for example, data is accidentally deleted. Data is accidentally deleted. Some disasters occur in our area, like for example, big tufan, maybe a huge electrical surges will occur, blackouts will occur. Okay, sometimes yeah, system is down. Maybe all the disk will be down. If I like a geographical or anything, just not only a geographical manner, also we can say it is like a server is down. So what you will do? What you
Backup.
will do? So if you have a backup, you can able to recover data from the backup. Yeah, tell me. Okay, you can. Okay, so when you have a backup, so we can able to recover it from the backup. So backup can be used to recover data after it lost from the data deletion or a corruption, or to recover data from the earlier times. So I done some changes, modifications today. So I don't want that modifications. I want to go with the earlier version. So what you will do, I'll recover it from yesterday's one to today's. So that is like that. Okay. So in information technology, backup or a data backup is a copy of data taken and stored elsewhere so that it may be used to restore the original after data loss event. So what it is? Simply take your data, store somewhere. Store somewhere. For example, you have a laptop, you have a very important data. You store in your pen drive. You keep the pen drive safe. If something has happened, your hard disk is corrupted, or maybe your system is not working fine, or maybe your data, someone is deleted accidentally your data. So what you will do? You can recover it from your pen drive, right? So maybe external hard disk, maybe you store a data, and usually we told everybody to scan all your educational related documents, your pan card or all these things. Okay, so scan it, all your 10th class, intermediate, diploma, engineering, all marks list, TCs, or everything, just to scan it, put it in Google Drive. So why it is? Because all of the sudden your organization will ask like, give me this particular document, or maybe upload all the documents in the portal for your joining time. So you are not, may not be there in a single location. So any location you can able to access it, right? You put it in your laptop, and laptop is today only not working. Okay, yesterday it is working good, today is not working. So what to do? Better to store a data in the somewhere else, so then we can able to recover it. So that is the backup and data backup kind of stuff. Backup provide a simple form of disaster recovery. Okay, however, it not all backup systems are able to reconstitute the computer system. Other complex configs such as a computer cluster, Active Directory server, and database servers. Something statement is there. But what we need, that we will take it. So the simple question is, what is backup? So there is a few statements you can able to tell it. So that's the first statement, is very good statement. And the next statement is this one. And out of these statements, I like only two statements. So I
Sir, will
want
you
to
share the screen, sir?
didn't share the screen. Screen is there. Okay, I will stop and start screen again. Now can you able to see?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So these two statements, out of this four statement, I took only two statements for make it more easy. So what is backup? So it will cover. So backup means take a data, store somewhere else. If any data losses occurs, so we can able to recover it from original location, recover from backup, restore into original location. Okay. So can we use it to recover data? Backup can be used to recover data after its loss, and data deletion, data corruption, or data recover data from earlier time. Guys, backup can be taken in a different ways. Backup can be taken in different ways. A backup system contains at least one copy of all considered without worth saving. We have a lot of data. Which data is more important? Which data is worth saving required? So that is we have to do it. Data storage required can be large. Okay, data storage can be large, and information repository model may be used to provide structure to this storage. So many things it is. Okay, so a lot of things: data deduplication, enterprise client backup. You read it, you will understand. Backup as a service. Backup architecture is there. Okay, so we'll go to the backup architecture, standalone backup, two-tier backup, three-tier backup kind of stuff. What is a backup software kind of stuff? So first is what is backup? Guys, you must go through once. Note down the names here also. What are the different type of backups? Server names. Don't put a message, sir. What is the backup software names? It is in the PPT. Last time also one batch, guys. I think ninth batch or eighth batch people. They put again message like, sir, tell me what are the backups. Like they are asking question to me, or they are telling me also don't understand. Okay, so it is there. So find out the names. Okay, compulsory. Go through the names. Okay, so for me it is very important. Is these names are important. Okay, so here it is a backup types. These are the backup types. Tell all the what are the important questions in this. What is backup? Next one is backup types, backup devices, backup applications, softwares or applications. You guys, everything almost sometimes same, sometimes not same. Software, application, program, like so difference is there, and as well as the similarities are there. Guys, here it is a backup types. Backup types are normal backup or a full backup, copy backup, incremental backup, differential backup, and daily backup. So these are the 4 backups are there. 4 backups or 5 backups, and plus schedule. Schedule is also there. So that is additional to everything, like a normal backup, schedule backup, simple backup, schedule backup, copy backup, schedule, like that it is there. Okay. So normal backup, full backup, copy backup, incremental backup, differential backup, and a daily backup. Out of this, these are all similar backups only. These are all similar backup. Daily is a +1 backup type, means separate variation is there. Okay, so by definition of the backups, these are the definitions. Again, normal backup or a full backup backups the selected files and marks each file as a backup. Marks each file as a backup. Backs up the selected file but does not marks as any backup. Okay, backup selected files only if they're very good now. See, this is what I trying to teach like this. Is it good now or bad or very bad? My old style is better. Which one is? Some feedback? If you like this reading and teaching, then I will continue like that. Otherwise,
Yes,
I will
sir.
go to my
Like
old
this
style.
one.
Huh?
Like this only.
Like before, you like? So, but Bhargav like this style only. Okay, yes. So I don't like this kind of stuff. Okay, PPTs, bakwas. See, this is a beautiful diagram. See, morning I took this class, DNS. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys, 11 and 12 guys. Tomorrow morning and afternoon. So tomorrow full day you are also having class. Morning 10:15 class is there. 10:15 means 10 o'clock. Link will be open anyway, so I will start by 10:05 to 10:10. I will start. Okay, so by 10:15 maximum people will start. Okay, so small introduction, attendance and all. So by 10:30, 10:30, 35 I'll start. So the topic is ITIL topic. ITIL, because of even I forget, or even though it is not there in your syllabus specifically up to 10, 11 and 12 batches, ITL is not specified in the syllabus. But problem is they're asking interview, and that to 10th batch they ask the questions in the ITL. So I don't discuss complete details of ITL, mainly what is ITL and basic one example explanation, and 5 life cycles are there. That is, we will discuss about our 5 life cycles. And second one is um, in a service operations and service desk. Service operations are a service desk. There's important thing is what is event, what is incident, what is problem, what is service request, what is change, service change or change. Okay, change. So those definitions also there. Okay, so that is the terminologies are very important. The terminologies are very important. Whether you are belongs to service desk, non-service desk, whatever it is, guys. If you are working in IT organization, you must know IT organization related process. Either it is process is belongs to a project, process is belongs to entire your business, process is belongs to a particular complaint. So everything is very important. So I'll try to complete the maximum terminologies in a morning session or maybe morning and afternoon session. So be ready either morning or a morning and afternoon. So think like a full day classes only, full day. Okay. I think you guys also don't have any work tomorrow. I think so. If you have any other engagements, any other classes or extra classes are there, please tell me. Okay, guys, I am not the kind person like I'm a very simple person. I will conduct a class Saturdays, Sundays, extra hours also. I will do it. Okay, not that simple with me. Okay, because my point is you should learn. Okay, so we'll come back to the backups. First one, guys, you have a data. Okay, you have a data. Here it is 2 points you have to understand. So we'll start with the back. Okay, this is my data location. So my data name is data1 folder. Okay, I have a file. I have a files are like this. Okay, look at the file name is f1.txt. I will tell what is this A. A represent archive attribute. A is there on a data on a file. It meaning is the file is ready to archive. The file is ready to archive. So I will show you that one ready to archive also. Okay. So wait, I will show you that one first. Look at some data. Okay. If you see these files, name, date modified, name, date modified, type, size. Now next, okay, you can go to this line only, though don't skip the line. Name, date modified, type, size, and next. Click here, more, click on attribute, click on attribute, click on attribute, click more and attribute, click OK. See, you got a like that. A represent archive attribute. Meaning is if you open, no. So if you open a file with the properties, advanced, so you can see file is ready for archiving. File is ready for archiving. So no desktop writing tools are not there. Only screenshot tools are only there. Okay. Okay. File is ready for archiving. It means folder is ready for archiving. Okay, no problem. But it is ready for archiving means we can able to take backup. Okay, like that. So this attribute, what is attribute? Very simply say like uh, right click parlor and that to picture parlor. If you have more applications related to the single application type, okay, like a photo editor, photo kind of stuff, video editor, like this, if you have a lot of things, it will take any related like PNG related or a txt related, like so much things will be there. That's why it is showing this round kind of stuff. Okay, now it is, yeah, finally, see, big list, properties. For example, I click on a hidden, apply. Can you see attribute HA? Okay, I removed a hidden, H is gone. Read only, I click it, RA. Okay, like this, apply. Okay, so what is that one? H represent hidden type of file. Attribute is H. R is attribute. Okay, R attribute represent read only. Read only. Okay, so this is. Okay, so that is attribute, archive attribute. Okay, Okay, work is going on. Okay, just a minute. Sorry for distance. Okay, that is attribute. Attribute represents. Okay, so attribute represents what is the file. Okay, so this is, I have a data and I have three files showing archive attribute. Now one by one, guys, this is my data location, this is my backup location, this is my backup location where I store the backup. Okay, backup location, so somewhere I will store the backup, right? This is my backup location. Now I will take the backup, where the backup is normal backup or a full backup. So we can say normal backup or a full backup. So what it is, we'll see. Normal backup, when you take a backup, like, sorry, normal backup, for example, I selected all these three files. I took a backup and I store the backup in the backup location. Okay, first I took normal backup. This is normal backup I'm taking. In the backup location, for example, this is my backup name. I put my normal backup name is normal backup. Okay. So env dot bkf, some file name. So like it is my backup file name. What are the files are there? F1, F2, F3. .txts are there, just for our understanding only, right? So for our understanding only. So when I taken a backup, three files are came. So after completion of the backup, it removes these archive attributes. It remove archive attributes. Understand? Guys, there are three files. I want to take a backup using normal backup. Normal backup means it'll backup everything. Okay, I selected three files and I took a backup after taking a backup, the backup is stored in the backup location, and normal backup removes this archive attributes. Meaning is all these three files are backupped. All these three files are backupped. Got the point? అది వచ్చేస్తుంది. Okay, so last time, again, this is also very easy practical thing, but you can't perform. I can perform because I have a 2003 server. Still, I don't know whether it is still working good or not good. Last time it is given a problem. We'll see. Even though so many days back only I used it. Okay. Yeah, recently only theory, no practicals, no? So that's why. And still it is theory, no practicals. But it is my interest to show you that one. Okay. Guys, understand this concept or not? Normal backup. After taking backup, it removes archive attributes. So then it is like a marked as a backup. Where is the statement? Marks each file as a backup. Same diagram. No differences.
Sir, in our laptop, we want to delete any file, so we can recover that file from recycle bin only, sir.
No. Recycler bin is just you delete it by accidentally. It may store in a temporarily. Okay, recycler bin is to put your deleted data for a temporary purpose. You deleted data in a temporary. If you delete a 10 GB file, it won't be there in recycle bin. Delete from the permanently. Okay, so it is not a backup and restore kind of stuff, guys. So in your Windows machine, also we have a backup option. Go to control panel. Okay, there you can go to this option, backup and restore. Okay, so but my personal suggestion is different. It is, so you have a backup and restore option is there, but my personal suggestion is split it like this, guys. One thing is very important data like documents like your educational certificates, or you got a certificate, important drive letters, store in a Google Drive, because Google is our personal account. Google is our thing. So store your personal documents into Google Drive, at least one copy in the Google Drive. Second, buy a external hard disk. Copy our important data like your photos, or any important video files, or education files, like that. So keep the documents in the 1 terabyte of external also okay. 2 terabyte is also cheaper. No, not a very costly, and we are spending a lot of money on so many things. Okay, so keep important data in a drive. Okay, very important to access frequently. You must keep it in a Google Drive. All the other data in copy into external hard disk. Okay, if you have a most random data, means like a movies kind of stuff, it is not very important data, so put it in any other secondary hard disk drives. Okay, so this backup and restore, why we use this backup and restore options, or other backup softwares or applications kind of stuff. Okay, that is a software wise, it means hierarchical manner. Okay, history wise or a hierarchical wise it stores. Okay, so I will tell those kind of stuff. Okay, because I don't want oh, copy backup. So what is the second backup is copy backup. Copy backup and normal backup, I copied the same thing only, but what is the difference is, okay, copy backup is like a normal or a full backup only. Copy backup will back up the files, okay, it back up the all the selected files into backup location, all the files into backup location, but it don't delete the archive attribute. It don't remove the archive attribute. It don't remove the archive attribute. Archive attribute will be like that only. In normal backup, it remove the archive attribute. In normal backup, it removes the archive attribute. So just for understanding,
Sir, after removing the archive, attribute, then we didn't recall that information, sir. Reback that information.
Okay, okay. Last point again. Okay, when why it is removing, to tell it is already backupped. Already backupped. Okay. If you don't remove, what happened? You are not telling. You are already backupped. Again, I'm going to this one. So same it is. It's a full backup. As a earlier, so it is full backup. It is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more files. Look at here. F4. Yeah, it is showing red color. Okay, black color is. Okay. TXT archive attribute. Look at this one. Okay. Okay. I created a new file. New file is not at backup. New file is not at backup. It is showing a archive attribute. This is next stage. Next stage of this one. Okay. Next. Remember guys, when you are create a file, when you are create a file, okay, when you are creating a file or modify the file, again archive attribute will come up. Archive attribute will be there. I created a F4 file and I modified. Okay, so I created a F4 file, archive attribute is there. So 1, 2, 3 files already backupped, no archive attribute, only fourth file having archive attribute. Okay. Now I'm going to modify file 2. I'm going to modify F2 file. Then archive attribute reappears. Archive attribute reappears. Okay. So first time I done a normal backup here. It remove archive attributes. Then it store the F1, F2, F3 files in the backup location. Now I modify the F2 file and added a F4 file. Archive attribute is appear for F2 and F4 only. F2 and F4 only. Now what I'm doing to get is already I done a normal backup. Okay, already I done normal backup, right? So now I don't need it to take a normal backup again. Already it is there. Already it is there. Okay, already it is there. There is advantage and disadvantage question is also there, so be careful. Now I'm taking a backup. I store the backup into another backup location that is called a incremental backup. Incremental backup. What is incremental backup? It backup the files which is not at backup, like a last creation, means compared to the previously these three files are backed. So from normal backup, newly created or modified, created or modified from the last backup. Okay, only those files will be backupped. So I select all the 4 files. I select all the 4 files to take a backup. I select all the 4 files to take a backup. But what it will be take a backup? It will take a backup of F2 and F4 only. F2 and F4 only, and it is stored in the backup location. It's stored in the backup location. Means separate directories or separate files, separate bytes only. Okay. Now, what is incremental backup? What is incremental backup? After taking a backup, incremental backup removes archive attribute. Means it marked the data as a backup. It marked data as a backup. Look at here. Backups of selected files only if they are created or modified since the previous backup. Backup the selected file only if they are created or modified. F4 is created, F2 is modified. Only those 2 files only it is backup. Okay, incremental backup, and it marks the backup as backupped. It marks the backup, marks the files. Backupped files are a backupped. Next is differential. Next is differential. What is the differential? Same story, no difference. Okay, so no, not like that, not like that. Same story, no difference, which is incremental and differential. Incremental and differential. Again, daily backup is there. You don't have a space in for a daily backup. We'll see. Okay, so you get a little bit space for that one. Yeah, the thing is here it is normal backup done. So we take a scenario from normal backup all copy backup separate. I done a normal backup done. Same story as a incremental backup. F4 is added. F4 is added. F4.txt. New file means archive attribute is there. Next, F2 is modified. Archive attribute is added. Now, I want to take a incremental backup. It means first time I took a normal backup. First time I took a normal backup. Second time I'm taking differential backup. Remember what we are doing? Second time we are doing differential backup. Differential backup. Okay. So what it will be backup? F2, F4 only, because there are marked for a backup because F2 is modified. F4 is newly created. But what it will do, it does not mark it as a backup. It will leave like that only. It will leave like that only. That is a differential backup. That is a differential backup. So again, normal backup. So what are the data you are selected? It take the backup and marked data as a backup. Marked data as a backup. In generally saying, remove the archive attribute by removing archive attribute. Next, copy backup. No. Normal backup. When are you taken a backup? After backup, it remove the archive attributes. Next, incremental backup. It only backups the data which is marked for a backup, like a last modified or a newly created since previous backup. Any data is modified or created, only that files only it will take the backup. After taking the backup, it marked it for a backup. Okay, by removing archive attributes. Okay, next, differential backup. What is a differential backup? So after normal backup, any data is modified or newly created. Any data is modified. Okay, modified or newly created since previous backup. It take that files into the backup location, but it does not mark the data as a backup. So it don't remove the archive attributes. Guys, understand this? Normal, incremental, differential.
So only difference is only archive attributes, sir.
Yes.
In copy, attribute A is there, sir. I mean, f1.txt.
After taking backup also.
So again, we will back up, sir, f1.txt attribute.
Very good. For example, you added some file f4.txt. Okay, new file is added. Now you think you want to take a backup. Again, it will take a backup of f1, f2, f3, f4. Very good. Okay, so in a second backup, also you will take complete data backup, because just one file is added. You take a backup of complete set of backup. What happened? Think like this. Each file is 10 GB. Think each file is 10 GB, and normally it is 10K, but it is 10 GB. Think first 3 files, 30 GB. Next 4 files, 40 GB. Original location, 40 GB data. In backup location, 70 GB data is occupied. Understand why it is required to mark as a backup?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so each file is like it. Okay, just for understanding. So what is the advantage of incremental backup or a differential backup? Advantage of this incremental and differential backups compared to normal, then incremental and or differential. Normal, incremental, normal, differential. What is the advantage? For example, each file is 10 GB. So 10 GB, it means, so here is the data is 30 GB data. Here is a 30 GB data. Now some modification is occur. So for example, a 2 GB is added here. 10 GB file is added here. So totally 12 GB. Only plus 12 GB. This is already 30 GB is there. Okay. Again, this is 42 GB totally. This is 42 GB total. It means your main data, your backup data, not much difference, not much differences. Okay, that is the main advantage. Because of unnecessarily you need to put a data. Differential, same concept only, but there is a difference between incremental and differential is there. That is, I will tell what is the advantage and disadvantages wise, or where we use incremental, where we use differential, where we use normal. Also, I will explain. Okay.
So which one is best to all these four, sir?
It depends upon your planning. Okay. So what is your suggestion to your company based on your risk management? Last one, guys. Last one is daily backup. Daily backup. Sorry. So better I will remove all these things. This concept understand, right? 30 GB, 40 GB concept. Otherwise, I will write it again. By picture, you will get it. So this is 30 GB. This is 40 GB. No. This 40 GB. And totally we'll get a 70 GB in this location, 40 GB in this location. Okay, just for understanding only. this is a daily backup, and there is a scheduled backup is also there. Okay, that schedule also I will take. Okay, I will tell daily backup, then I will tell the difference between incremental, differential kind of stuff, because the difference is also very interesting. Okay, recently, last time I explained 2 times clearly. Daily backup. For example, guys, for example, today is the 4th February, right? So I created a file. Okay, something like I created some files. F1 on a 4th 02, F2 3rd 02. Okay, yeah, F3 402. Okay, so now I want to take a backup. I selected 3 files. I selected these 3 files and backup. So I configured daily backup. Daily backup means it backups the data in the today backup. Backup only files that were created or modified today. Created and modified today. Okay, so it will back up this file and this file only. So in the backup location, you get F1 and F3 only. F1 and F3 only. Okay, sorry. What files we are backing up? Created or modified only. So next day, the next day will go to next day. So tomorrow, for example, F4 502. So date is changed, newly created. Okay, and also I modified the. Oh, sorry. 1 second.